GSO Recruits features some of the many career opportunities within the City of Greensboro. It is your opportunity to find out about the career you've always been curious about within the city. Join us as we show you what it takes to be a GSO Recruits. Today we are at station number 1 speaking with Captain Kelly Giles about our firefighter position here with the City of Greensboro. Hello, Captain Giles.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Maria. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as always, So could you tell us first a little bit about yourself, maybe about your position, how long you've been here with the city? Just tell us about
Yes,
Kelly.
ma'am. I've been with the city, I got actually 28 years, starting a couple days ago, actually. So 28 years. Been with recruiting probably over a dozen years. So that's what I've transitioned in. Before that, obviously I was on the line. Spent a couple years as training officer, and then I transitioned into the recruiting position, and by far the best position on the fire department. I love it.
Absolutely, and you're good at that recruiting.
Thank you so much.
are. I've been out there on those streets with you. You're good. So tell us about the job we're discussing today, firefighter. What is firefighter for the City of Greensboro? What is a firefighter?
Firefighter, actually we're looking for firefighters and EMTs. They're all in one,
yes.
because you have to be an EMT with the City of Greensboro. There is no there are qualifications, obviously, but there is no, you don't have to have any experience, is what I'm saying. Okay, you come as you are. We're one of the few cities that we actually have our own training academy. So you'll go basically through a 6-month academy. It's fully paid, fully benefited the minute you start. Okay, once you get out of the academy, you will have the certifications for a firefighter as well as an EMT. So as a recruiter, a couple of things, I may be jumping a gun, but a couple of things we look for is obviously you got to be in decent shape.
Absolutely.
But we look for 2 things, and that's good character and be coachable.
And be coachable.
If you can do those 2 things, we can make you a firefighter.
So Captain Giles, why is this position so vital for the City of Greensboro?
Well, it's actually for the citizens itself. Public safety, actually we get their emergency response, we're first responders. We have 27 stations in the City of Greensboro, and by all firefighters being EMT, we can get to you a little bit quicker. We try to get there in less than 5 minutes to your home, whether it be an emergency, whether it be a fire, and all is we have to have that kind of service. So that's why it's vital to have so many opportunities to go respond to emergencies.
Gotcha. What is one interesting fact or something that people kind of just get a little bit confused about this particular role? Because I know I've been out with you before and we've been some places, well, I'm scared of fire. I don't want to do this with fire. Is it just fire? What's one fact that you can think of?
Going back to the EMS side of things, people do not realize that majority of our calls, probably 80% of our calls, are actually medical calls. Okay, so if you dial 911, whether you've got hurt or you fall down, you hurt something, or having a allergy, diabetic episode or whatever, chances are a fire truck will be there before EMS. And nothing against EMS, we just have more closer proximity to your homes due to the 27 stations, so we get there. That's why it's very vital for us all to be EMT certified as well, because that helps the citizens out.
Okay. And you mentioned some before, but what are those basic qualifications that are so important to be in this particular role?
Well, we just have to have 18 years old, be a high school graduate or a GED. And basically, that's pretty much it. We just need you coachable. So you have to be in shape, and obviously we're going to test you before you come here. So the first test we give you is an obstacle course, and then you also have to take a written exam. And then we also do an interview. And that's how, from after the interview, is how we pick people to be in our academy. So that's kind of how it works. But as far as the basics, we come as you are. And if you're coachable and have good character, we can possibly make you a firefighter.
Wonderful. And if you could go back 20-something odd years ago, what would be one piece of advice you would give to a potential new recruit coming in?
Probably the new recruits, the biggest thing we see is communication skills, okay? Speak to people, talk, be a personable person, because that's what our job is.
Absolutely.
We can't go on calls and not speak to the public or speak to patients and things. That's a large part of it. So don't be afraid. Start now, speak anything, get outside your box, and it'll get better later on. The other thing I would say is persevere, okay? There's some hard times. This academy is tough. It's kind of paramilitary. But don't give up on it, okay? And I told the recruits, I try to make this little talk to them every time they come through the academy, first couple of days, and I'll walk in there and I'll say, It's going to be a grind, and some days you're going to wonder, what have I got myself into? I was doing a job as a teacher, I was doing these other walks of life, and I've come to something so foreign that I don't know what's going on. Am I cut out for this? Yes, you are cut out for it. You are cut out for it, okay? And don't quit when it gets hard. Don't let a 6-month grind cost you a lifetime of blessings, because it will be great career for you. It's provided for my family. I'm so thankful for this job. So it is a good, but you got to give it a chance and be okay with being uncomfortable sometimes.
Wonderful.
Outside the box.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Captain Giles. This was a sneak peek at what it's like to be a firefighter and EMT, as we said today, for the City of Greensboro. And I think you've got a little something for me over there where I'm going to put on some turnout gear.
A little turnout gear.
The recruits, and as a recruit, you would have to get this on in 1 minute. So I'm a little rusty. I did it about 20 years ago in like 30 seconds, right, Captain Giles?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Quick.
But now, what you've got to do is put on this wonderful turnout gear. It is so fashionable. So I'm putting on my turnout gear as a potential new recruit, if I were one. And I get to wear this nice bomber jacket. Ooh, it's so nice, Captain Giles. Yes. And Captain Giles, as I'm putting this on, what is the contact information if they want to get in contact with you to ask you some questions?
Sure. My number is 336-254-3109.
3109?
Yes, and you can text me, call me, whatever the case may be. I'll be glad to talk to you about it and kind of set you up with things.
Perfect. If people wanted to know more information about the fire department or anything you all are doing, what would be that website they would go to?
Well, website is gfdnc.com. And it has all the kind of information on it as far as how to apply, what to expect on the physical test and the written test. And I think there's a frequently asked questions thing on there. So one of those questions should help you out.
Absolutely. Or as you said before, they can give you a call, which is great.
Yeah,
so, well, everybody, I've almost gotten all my turnout gear on. I think I'm just going to hold my hat as we leave today's episode. But one thing that I do want you to know, as we are doing GSO Recruits and we're moving throughout the city, you can always find any of our city jobs on www.iapply.greensboro.com.